Hey guys, so it's been a few weeks since I recorded a video blog. And that is because I've been having some health concerns, which is why I'm recording this on my computer today rather than on my phone. Um, so a couple of weeks ago, my blood pressure went through the roof and I started having some major preeclampsia symptoms. So I ended up in the hospital for a few days. Luckily, I'm home, everything is under control, and I'm on high blood pressure meds. Um, but I have to be induced at 37 weeks, which is 6 weeks from today and counting. So hopefully nothing changes and that remains the plan. But that also means that since my blood pressure is through the roof, I can't do anything around the homestead really. I can do little things, but just stuff that isn't elevating my blood pressure. So hence I'm at the computer. Um, but I did want to talk a little bit about preeclampsia. It's pretty interesting. I've been talking with my mom about it because she's been up here quite a lot helping out. That she has two people that she knows, actually her coworkers, both had daughters who almost died from preeclampsia. And so we were talking about the differences and why is it that, I made it to a hospital and I have everything under control when those women didn't. I'm sorry, do you want to be in the video? Hold on, Eleanor wants to be in the video. Yes, you want to be in the video? Okay, come here, darling. I'm sorry, I did not mean to leave you out. Oh, you have milk chin. There we go. Okay. Mwah. Um, why I made it to a hospital, early on, and why those women didn't, and they almost died. One of those women had multiple seizures, and she's actually in the point where she's on seizure medication, and she's not allowed to drive for quite a while. And so my mom and I were talking about it, and she thinks it's because it was both of their first pregnancies. So they didn't know what was normal, is what we're assuming. And so it got to the point where it was too far gone, I guess, where it got pretty severe, where this is my fifth rodeo. So I knew that something wasn't right. I wasn't feeling good. And, I was seeing spots and I was super tired. And I had right side pain, which wasn't normal, and various other things. So I just knew that something was wrong. So I ended up going to the hospital super early. They got me on high blood pressure meds, like I said, and I'm good to go at this point, just taking it easy. But if you are pregnant, definitely pay attention to your body. If you feel like something's wrong, go to the hospital. Don't just shrug it off because it could be preeclampsia, and preeclampsia is very dangerous. You could die. So just wanted to talk about that. And another thing I wanted to mention while I'm going through all of these health concerns is the power of community. I mean, especially as a homesteader, I think just in general, having a community that you can really rely on is so huge. Because I mean, you can't do everything yourself. It takes a village, especially if you're a new homesteader and you don't have a bunch of skills, you don't really know what you're doing. Having a community that you can lean on, if you have one person who's an electrician that they can show you how to wire your generator into your cabin, and another person who raises dairy goats, so they could show you how to raise your own dairy goats, injecting the shots for dewormers and kidding and all of that other stuff. Community is so powerful. So, and one of the biggest things that I've been learning since we moved up here, but also since I've had these health concerns, is that you can't shut yourself off. You have to be open to other people. And building that community, super, super important. Other than that, the weather is getting warmer, which is great. My oldest two, I should say, Jasper and Amelia, they're having a grand old time now catching frogs because the frogs have emerged and they're laying frog eggs everywhere. So they're super excited for that. But it sucks because I can't do anything. And we're in a kind of a holding pattern right now. I have to wait until everything dries out so that way I can get the driveway put in. And then I'm going to be working with a contractor to move our cabin because the foundation that it's currently on is eroding from underneath it. So I have to get the field cleared across the street and put in a good block and all that entails, and hopefully get a septic in this year. That would be lovely. But with the weather getting warmer, I wanted to talk about having a running list of homestead projects. I don't have it here next to me, but I have a notebook that I guess you could use a three-ring binder, really whatever you wanted to, kind of like this, where I list all of my projects that I want to do on the homestead that need to get done. And then what I do is I color code it. So things that are really important, like clearing the field, putting in a gravel driveway. So this way I can actually park in my driveway next mud season. I color code with a specific color. So for me, it's green. And this way, when I'm flipping through my notebook, anything that's color coded green gets top priority. And I use multiple different colors for different priorities. And it just helps me keep everything straight if I'm not sure what I want to work on at any particular day. Because, I mean, let's face it, when you're running a homestead, you have a million and one projects and your list is never ending. I mean, you're always going to have things on your list, little things that pop up. So just keeping a running list will help keep yourself organized rather than feeling like you're chasing your tail. Because we did that for quite a while when we first moved here. And then I started my notebook and now it's much easier. Other than that, I think that covers everything. So like I said, not too much exciting because I can't really do much, but I'm hoping that I will be able to rewire in my generator this week because right now it's wired into my circuit panel with 120 volt cord, which I split and it's powering both sides of my circuit panel, which means that whenever my water pump or my well pump kicks on, my lights flicker in the cabin. So I bought a 240 volt generator extension cord that I'm going to use to wire in. So I just need to get that done. Hopefully I can do that. That isn't very labor intensive, I guess. So I'm allowed to do that much anyway. So I guess until next week, guys, enjoy the warm weather and we'll see you then.